Hello, Mark Crossfield here. In my hands today, Ping i25 irons. We're going to hit these up. I've come indoors because the UK weather in January is just killing us with rain. So indoors, hitting i25 from Ping. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, Ping i25 irons. This is the new iron from Ping. What we're getting, cavity backed stainless steel head as you'd expect from Ping, toe weighting out in the side to help with twisting at impact, stabilizing bars still present that you saw from i20 over onto i25. You're getting beautiful little kind of squat head design, which I do love with Ping, very pretty little iron, next to no offset, white line up at the bottom. Very kind of thin top edge, not the thickest top edge at all, so much more classic. You get the ferrule, which you don't get on all the Pings as well. So definitely an iron that could be used by and desired by better players. It's a very good looking little head. You get progressive design in this one as well, Ping is saying, so you get CGs and what have you, and Sole Fitnesses progressing from longer irons down to shorter irons to maximise height. Which Ping have done for a while. So really you're getting a set of irons that could appeal to many different golfers. I mean, i20 was famous and has been, and probably still is, famously used by Lee Westwood, and i20 would have been sold to high handicappers as well, and I think the i25 has got the same ideas. It's gonna perform very similar. If you've got i20 and are looking to buy an i25 for massive improvements, I'm not sure you're going to see them. As with any manufacturer, how much they can move on in one generation is always very slim. But if you're looking at this kind of iron, which looks classic, but is still going to offer some friendly help around the outside of the club, this is one you want to be putting on your hit list. So look, let's give it a hit and see what it feels like. Down by the ball, definitely what I would like to look at. I definitely feel that I always have done with this kind of range of clubs. It's something I could use. Let's see what it feels like. It feels lovely off the face. It's a very nice true flight, so not too high, but certainly no problem getting up in the air. So compared to, say, a bladed iron, even though you look down at this and it might appear those similarities to your more bladed irons, you have got a lot of help with the outside perimeter weighting on this club. Let's give it another hit. Stabilising bars from Ping, I'm sure they will prove to us that they do lots. I'm not sure how much they do, but certainly doesn't feel unstable, this club. Yeah, it feels lovely. So this is a cast club, not forged, but the sound it makes definitely makes you feel like it's a kind of softer feel off the face, and that's mostly due, rather than material, to the sound that we interpret into soft and hard. You know, even though this is a stainless steel cast head, that feels almost as soft as anything. Certainly out of all the cast heads out there, it's not trying to create that big noise that they sometimes can make to make you feel like they're power irons. Let's give this one another whack. Yeah, it just feels gorgeous. Definitely i25, as I was i20. Big difference between the two, I wouldn't say there is. I mean, they look certainly from this angle almost identical, but why would you particularly change it so much if the other one looks how you'd want a club to look? Feels very similar, and I'm sure the numbers it would produce would be very, very similar. But like I say, any of you looking to get into this market of type of irons, so kind of, I mean, people often ask what handicap range for these golf clubs, and I've seen other videos try to suggest handicap ranges. I don't understand how you can do that. I mean, I've seen beginner golfers who hit the ball really well who could use that, and I've seen pros who hit the ball not that well out the middle who would struggle with that and want something bigger, myself included. I use bigger clubs than this. It's more for someone who can hit the middle of the face but does miss it a little bit, but not too much to the edges, because you have got a bit of help, but also wants those classic looks. So it's about, and don't be afraid with this, guys, when you're getting your clubs, about what you like, looking at, feel. Those are as important as some of the numbers. So talking numbers, I've hit this club inside on GC2 HMT using my Titleist real golf balls that I'm using. So we're going to see what the numbers are and how they perform compared to some of the other irons I've hit. So let's have a look at some of the numbers before we give you the final verdict. So let's look at some of the numbers from GC2HMT here with the Ping i25 iron. So it's a 7 iron I'm hitting. I'm using my Pro V1X balls, Titleist Pro V1X balls that I'm now using. I'm getting ball speed of 116, which is what I'd expect with that kind of club. Launching at 20 degrees. It's a 7 iron I'm hitting. Happy with those numbers. Backspin 6.1. One at 7,200, one at 5.4, so that's on strike where that's varying so much. You'll get plenty of stop into greens with these irons. They're going to spin. They're not going to be massively high spinning, and they're not particularly going to be massively low. They're kind of right in the middle because they're slightly cavity backed. As well as having not the biggest cavity back in the world. A peak height 34 yards, which is healthy. That's where I'd want my 7 iron to be for me, my club head speeds. And then carrying 163. I mean, pretty good carry numbers on a 7 iron for me there, from an iron that isn't boasting itself particularly as a distance iron. The numbers part of these videos is almost more for you guys than it is me. I know this club is going to perform if I perform, because these manufacturers aren't making bad clubs, guys. They're all making good clubs. Ping i25, I'm going to be looking at that one, on the numbers suit me, which they do, which I knew they would from that kind of type of iron. Also, if I like the feel, the sound, I like the visual ball flight I'm getting, it matches what I feel like I can play with. I mean, i25 for me is a roundup. I love i25 up to 25. I think it can cross over handicaps as good as any clubs. High handicappers could use it, tour players will use it. It's a very good looking iron. It's not forged, which some people might back away from, but it feels, because of the sound it makes, as soft as anything really I've hit out there. So i25, no surprise. I like the i20. This isn't that dissimilar to i20, to be honest with you, and I wouldn't want it to be, because i20 was a great iron. i25, you're looking for an iron that's going to give you a bit of help. Progressive in its longer, as it goes into the longer irons, which I really like as well, because I like every little help I can get with, as the loft comes off the club into the longer irons. Anything that pushes the ball up a bit higher for me is good, and most of you out there. So if you want that kind of crossover iron, this one is definitely one you should be thinking of trying. Let me know what you think, guys. Thanks for watching. Post comments down below as always, and speak to you soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments, love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show, get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.